Here we go!
Hey, what's up, Blueblurs? This is Gamer Blake 90, your proud chief of the Blueblurs, and your reliable provider of all things Sonic the Hedgehog. Welcome back to my channel. For this video, I invite you all to join me as we prepare to dive headfirst into a Sonic fan game showcase video, a type of content that I haven't done for weeks now. And this particular fan game is one I've been dying to showcase for quite some time when I first heard of it, although I had to put it on the back burner as I've had to make some changes to how I've distributed my content on YouTube recently, such as the creation of a second channel, which incidentally is where this video is going up. So sorry for the delay, but it is officially over, so I am taking this fan game off the back burner and bringing it into the light of day. As you may have realized by now, this is a fan-made 2D reimagining of one of the absolute best Sonic games to exist today. Well, one of the absolute best in my opinion anyway, and that is Sonic Unleashed 2D, created by Team Unleashed 2D, which is led by Blueblur Dark. So, I want to give a huge amount of thanks to those extraordinarily talented people for making this fan game for us to enjoy. If you would like to try it for yourself, the link for its download will be in the description below. Thank God that boost lasts long enough for me to plow through those enemies. Let's go! Anyway, this game actually first came out back during the Sonic Amateur Games Expo last year, if I'm not mistaken, or SAGE 2020, for those who prefer to use the abbreviation. So yes, I am quite late in showing off this fan game, but then again, when am I not late? If Sonic were here right now, he'd tell me, hey, pump it up, cause I'm always late. And I'm like, sorry. Either way, I'm glad to finally be showcasing this fan game, but I do want to apologize in advance as there will be some frame drops that occur here and there. So it's not a fault of the game itself, but more a fault of my low-end PC setup that I've been stuck with for some time now, and there's no telling when I'll be able to upgrade. Luckily, the frame drops only seem to happen whenever enemies come onto the screen, as well as these yellow crystals that appear. You know, these same yellow crystals that govern the experience system in the original Sonic Unleashed. Those show up here as well, but you can't manually use them to power up Sonic's abilities in this demo, so they're mainly there for just novelty's sake. I'm sure the completed version that will change, but there's no telling when that will be released as the lead developer, Blueblur Dark, is currently working on other projects. So sadly this one is on hold for a while. Nevertheless, the download for it is still hovering around out there, and again, I encourage you all to give this fan game for a look for yourself. It is definitely a faithful recreation of the Unleashed experience from a 2D perspective. After Sonic's moveset, let's go over it really quick. First of all, you have the perks of playing as classic Sonic where you can do a spin dash or look up and down, just like in the classic games. The rest of the moveset consists of modern Sonic's moveset from Unleashed. You can homing attack, and it attains a lock-on property whenever you are near anything that you can lock onto. You can stomp by pressing the corresponding button after you jump. You can, of course, boost like you've seen just a bit ago. And finally, while you are running, you can perform a slide, which will be necessary to help get you under higher walls that you come across during the main course. And there you go, that is modern Sonic's moveset. At the upper left is a time counter, the experience bar that represents how much experience you picked up during the stage, and finally, a counter representing the moon medals that can be discovered in the stages, of which there are 3 acts of Windmill Isle in the Apotos region. I don't know if Apotos is the correct pronunciation for it, so if I end up butchering it, I heavily apologize and implore you to steer me straight. I'm a pure when it comes to pronouncing words correctly myself, so whenever I don't get it, I get ticked off! But yeah, again, there are 3 acts of Windmill Isle from the Apotos region, along with one other stage, but I'm pretty sure fans of Sonic Rush will deeply appreciate. And we'll get to take a look at that stage at the very end of this video. Oh dear, those frame drops. I did warn you that this would happen, so I'm sorry again, but at least they don't happen for the entirety of the video. For that reason, I was like, I might have to end up canceling the fan game showcase video, but I eventually retracted on that decision, as I'm not the kind of guy that likes to break his promises. So I was like, you know what? screw it, I'm gonna power through this to the very end. This is a fan game that I've wanted to showcase very, very dearly, and so I'm gonna do it one way or another. So, again, really sorry for the frame drops. I hope you all will not mind them. As far as the visual that inspired this fan game, they use a combination of the visuals seen in the SD and HD versions of Unleashed, as there were multiple versions of this game that existed since its launch in 2008. I think the previous gen version came out in 2007, or maybe on the same year as the HD version, but I'm not entirely sure. I typically think of 2008 whenever I talk about the game's release date. Also, be warned, the camera may have very awkward experiences like this sometimes, where it will zoom in and take a while to return to a normal setting. I think this typically happens while you are performing stunts concerning the grinding mechanic, which is available in this game as well, as you may have just realized, as well as when you pick up the yellow crystals that empower your experience bar seen at the upper left. As for the action chain sequences, they will trigger now and then depending on which springs that you use to launch yourself into that sequence, and by tilting the analog stick in any corresponding direction, you will further add to the amount of experience to be picked up from the sequence. It's a really cool mechanic that definitely reminds me of the mechanics seen in Sonic Generations. No. Please don't let that be an abyss I'm falling into. No? Okay, good. Thank goodness. What messed up there? No! I don't like messing up. We're not exactly gunning for a perfect playthrough, but I still don't like messing up. It annoys me badly. Alright. Oh yeah, those launch ramps are what start the action chase sequences, not the springs like I thought of earlier. There may be some springs that trigger it as well, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, crap. I was just taken out of my boost mode from that launcher we came across just a split second ago, so my bad. Not the cleanest demonstration that I could have given for the second act, but all things considered, was still a fun ride. And we are done with Act 2 of Windmill Isle in the Apotos region. Dude, I cannot wait for the stand game to be finished, whatever that will be. Huh? I got barely over 13,000 points and I get an A rank? I don't think the ranking system was entirely fine-tuned for this demo yet, so it may behave quite weirdly at times. At first I would get like C or B ranks, now I consistently get A or S ranks, even when I don't give off a perfect performance. By the way, the first act was just played at the very start of this showcase, and it can be replayed here, but we're not gonna bother with it. Also, oh, that's right, I haven't said it yet, but this here is our little buddy Chip. I did not mean to trigger that spin dash, my bad. But this here is our little buddy Chip, who was also identified as Light Gaia in the original storyline for Sonic Unleashed. Oh, spoilers? Ah, well, not really. I mean, Unleashed been out for well over 10 years, so I'd be very surprised that anyone can still be spoiled to his storyline, but in the interest of fairness, it took me well over 10 years to finally finish Unleashed. Like, I played it for a bit when it first came out, but then got occupied by other games that came along. And so I would not actually finish Unleashed until August 2019. And now that I just shared that information, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, dude, why the heck did it take you so long to actually finish this game? Like, are you kidding me? To which I can only say, it is a long story. But I eventually made up for it. Anyway, here we are in Act 3 of Windmill Isle, which comes with a snazzy remix. I gotta say, it sounds awesome. And the level design is pretty clean too. I have no complaints about it. Although, there is one section that is seen in, I think, both Act 3 and the hidden stage coming up after this that can be quite quirky. But we'll get to that later. For now, let's get to the wall jump mechanic, which also shows its head in Sonic Unleashed 2D. You perform it by simply jumping with the proper timing while you are sliding along those walls. And you'll basically do a Super Mario 64 wall jump that lets you scale up walls exactly like that. And again, my boost wore off. There are a lot of ways to be taken out of your boost mode in this game, so you need to pay close attention, and also watch for the ring energy gauge. Oh god, there was that. No, crap, I flew over that ramp, shoot. Ah! And the fails begin. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even that wall running section that screwed me over, but that was the very mechanic I was talking about earlier that I felt had some quirky behavior to it. Like, it's not entirely clear as to how you consistently control it, as it will be very, very easy to mess it up when you get to the stage that comes after this one. But on this occasion in my third act, I nailed it semi-perfectly, and then flew right over that launch ramp and died. Oh, Lord have mercy. By the way, when you are taking those launch ramps, I highly recommend that you stay in your boost mode before you are launched, otherwise you may not attain the speed necessary to help you clear that gap, and you may end up losing a life. Of which those are awfully abundant, by the way. And wow, even after dying and having my score virtually reset, I still got an A rank. Wow, this game is being pretty nice to me right now. And you know what? I so deeply appreciate you showing all of this love to me, considering I love Sonic Unleashed so much like it's not even funny. I've been planning to do a playthrough for the Wii version of Unleashed for quite some time, and well, that has yet to happen. But rest assured, it will happen, one way or another. Now, remember that secret stage I was talking about earlier? Well, if you come up over here and take that rail, and then jump right past this ledge, you will come across a hidden section of Apotos that will take you to, get ready for this, Water Palace from Sonic Rush. Oh yeah, baby. I don't know what the lyrics say exactly, but it sounds like the same back to back and then something else. I need to go look that up on Google, but it is one of the most groovy themes in Sonic soundtrack history. I won't say that Rush is exactly one of my more favorite titles out there, but it's definitely a fun game. Oh crap! Oh god, I hate when the camera zooms in like that. Sometimes it can really, really throw you off. I'd imagine they were planning to polish that up were they continuing development for Unleashed 2D, and there's no telling when that will be. But in the meantime, we're gonna have to make do with what we've got. But yo, that was so clever of them to bring Water Palace into this demo, because if I remember correctly, there's one stage that had a background that looks exactly like those pristine silvery ruins, like the one behind the balloon right now, that you commonly glimpse while you're moving through the stage. I forget which stage that is exactly, but it is often theorized that the ruins are either Apotos and Sonic Unleashed or the Water Palace stage from Sonic Rush. And apparently the makers of this game are going in the direction of the theory that the ruins resemble the Water Palace from Sonic Rush. Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, baby! And on my first try, that was awesome. That was a very quirky section for me to learn how to overcome, as I kept losing lives to it an awful lot in repeated playthroughs that I did before I actually recorded this fan game. And wow, an S rank! I cannot think of a better note on which to top off this playthrough. Whereas another playthrough that I was doing, I felt, oh man, this showcase video is going to turn into a failed compilation. But fortunately, that was not the case, for which I am very, very grateful. As far as the physics, there's really nothing to complain about, other than when you do those wall running sections where it's very, very easy to lose control of your speed. You're going to want to rapidly tilt the stick up and down to ensure that you don't run into any obstacles that color the upper and lower parts of the wall, as they will lead to an immediate death if you do run into them. Like, there's no way to regain yourself if that happens, so be very, very careful. But anyway, the controls of the physics are very streamlined. The controls are highly responsive, and the physics, what is there to complain about, honestly? It's a fun game that nails it as far as the Sonic physics formula is concerned, and once again, I deeply appreciate the team that brought us Sonic Unleashed 2D. The download for this game will be in the description below, so please be sure you go and give it a look. I truly believe it's one of those Sonic fan games out there that has the potential to be something absolutely fantastic. Granted, the same could be said for quite a staggering number of fan games these days, and this one is no different. So thanks once again to Blueblur Dark and the team for bringing us Sonic Unleashed 2D. And that is unfortunately all I have to offer for this video, as that is the end of the demo. You can replay these three as the Windmill Isle and the Water Palace itself as often as you like, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be doing that an awful lot. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this fan game showcase video, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, as we will be doing a lot of these showcase videos. It was one of my specialties over on my primary channel, and I plan to carry it over to my second channel as well. So please be sure you go and subscribe to both my channels if you haven't yet, so you can stay up to date on all of my content. And if you did like this video, drop a like and comment down below. Always happy to hear from you guys. So that will do it with this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. And seriously, if you haven't finished Sonic Unleashed, be it the SD or the HD version, please do so. It's definitely worth your time. Until then, peace. Blueblur is for life. See y'all later.